I mean, you ask master chefs, you ask professional chefs in the kitchen. First of all, a good knife or a bad knife can make or break you. That's number one. Number two, great knives like Zwilling. I mean, this is a company that is not only synonymous with a legacy brand, we're talking, you know, over 100 years, a legacy brand in the kitchen, but basically for what you might spend for one knife, we're gonna get you an entire library or wardrobe of knives. Now, I kind of buried the lead. We are including the Bloc, which is crazy because John Florell and I'm gonna get him right out here. We used to sell just the Blocs for, and I think you can even go to hsn.com, for basically the price of admission. For the price of what you would spend on the chef's knife, I mean, let's be honest, I've seen chef knives sell for that price of admission, but I buried the lead. These are self-sharpening with a lifetime warranty. So every time you put them in the Bloc, they are sharpening themselves. When we get back to the Bloc, I'll show you again, because there's even, they are engineered, precision calibrated, where each blade goes to sharpen it to almost or at near factory standards. I mean, as close as you can get to that knife being at factory standards. You get the shears, you get this beautiful chef's knife, you get the Santoku, you get the fillet or the slicing knife, you get the serrated, and you get the little black dress in the kitchen, that paring knife. I gotta get him out here. My friend John Florell is back. Oh, by the way, Steve, we do have the black, the white, or the red, which is also exclusive to HSN in those colors. John is back, and John, I'm telling you, we know good knives sell for a fortune in the kitchen, but this is a historic brand. They do not have to do this price for anybody else, do they?
Yeah, Zwilling Henckels been around since 1731. We're the oldest cutlery brand in the world, okay? Started in Germany in 1731. We still have the original factory in the same building since 1731 with the same craftsmen putting all of the quality into our cutlery. Now, if you're not familiar with our brand from Zwilling Henckels, go to any cutlery store, any kitchen store in the world. This is the gold standard of kitchen cutlery, Zwilling Henckels. That logo is quality. And these are full tang knives. Now, the whole Bloc holds the knives inside, so you keep them right out on your countertop or tabletop. But I want you to notice the triple rivet design, okay? The handle, triple riveted, full tang means the steel goes from the tip all the way through. It's all one piece that are forged steel. Now, I got to tell you, these are perfectly balanced in your hand. You'll notice all I'm doing is holding it with 3 fingers. It's perfect in your hand. That's why every chef in the world will tell you Henckels are the gold standard in kitchen cutlery. And when I say sharp, I'm talking sharp, Shannon. I mean, all you have to do is touch it, and it cuts it. And when I tell you, look at all new knives are sharp when you first buy them, and this one's no exception. I can slice a tomato so thin, I could make one tomato last all winter. And at the prices for tomatoes these days, it might be worth that. But I got to tell you, the problem with kitchen knives is after you cut through the food, it hits countertops or cutting boards, plates and dishes. They start to get dull. Zwilling Henckels has come up with an unbelievable idea of putting knife sharpeners in the knife block. So every time you put that knife away and take it back out, it sharpens itself. And it doesn't just sharpen itself to okay sharpness. We're talking 95% of the original factory sharpness. So today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, every single time you pick up this knife, Shannon, it's going to cut like the very first time you used it. All you have to do is look at that. That orange, look at that. All you do is move it and it cuts it. Now, this is our 8-inch chef's knife. This has come in the set. And I've seen sets of knife, or I've seen this knife alone sell for more than the whole Bloc set today. You're getting the entire set. Now, I'm going to clean up here. I'll show you the Santoku knife, because this Santoku knife that comes in the set, this one is perfect for your cheeses because it's got the aeration on the blade. Now, you see the little divots? Those create an aeration, so food doesn't stick. So as you're chopping, slicing, dicing, peeling, paring, whatever it is that you're going to do with your knife, you'll notice nothing sticks to the knife blade. Everything stays on the countertop or tabletop, so you get perfect slices each and every time. You never have to worry about sharpening them, because every time you move, look, you can take an avocado, split it in half right through the seed. You don't have to worry about this blade going dull, because every time you put it back in that knife block, it sharpens itself. When you take it back out, it sharpens itself. So every time you put it in or take it out, it re-sharpens the knives. So you can take that, here's a pork loin, okay, which is basically pork chops, all right? I went to the store today, I saw 2 pork chops for like 14 and change. I bought this entire loin for 12 and change. And look at this, I can get 5 huge pork chops, thick, beautiful pork chops out of 1 loin and save the money. But then I can take that utility knife. This one is my slicer. I love this. Look, if you want to butterfly your pork chops, all you do is slide it through. You can stuff that with your stuffing. Maybe it's a chicken breast that you want to slice and open up for beautiful stuffed chicken breast. You can do that now because these knives are razor sharp. You know, we all have knives in the kitchen, Shannon, and I know you do too. I mean, let's face it, everybody's got a drawer full of dull knives, right? These are knives you will never have to sharpen. So every time you take this knife out, well, whether it's the Santoku knife or here, I'll go back to that chef's knife. Look at this. I can take a loaf of fresh, soft bread and slice it in midair. I mean,
Wow.
Can you imagine?
John,
Can you do that with the knives that you have at home right now?
You can't do it, and I know you already covered this ground, but remember, you're not worrying about that, you know, crazy honing thing. Most people don't know how to use it or are using it incorrectly. It is an entire wardrobe of knives. It is an HSN exclusive where you get these colors, and I can tell you for a fact, John and I have sold knife sets here at HSN, and you know, by the way, knives of this caliber, it's normal to buy the block and then they sell you the knives a la carte. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. I mean, you know, knives of this caliber that are kept under lock and key. They sell you the block, then you buy the knives a la carte. John already covered this, but I'll turn this so you can kind of see. Not only do these sharpen themselves to at or near, you know, factory standards, each slot is not only labeled, which is helpful, but it is precision calibrated for the shape of that specific knife or that specific blade. And then remember, you're getting all of them. You're not buying these a la carte. You're getting the whole shebango, the entire wardrobe, the chef's knife, the Santoku, the slicing or fillet knife, the serrated knife, the paring knife, the shears, and you are getting them as long as supplies last. You know, John, at the end of the day, we say no dull knives. A dull knife is actually more dangerous in the kitchen, let alone what a terrific value this is, right?
You know, and listen, if you don't